Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Baranowski, and you gotta have flow. Csíkszentmihályi was the first to use the term flow to identify an experience of being absolutely fully immersed, energized, and aligned in the current activity. Look, in that state, you're going to feel joy, deep focus, and to feel so absorbed that you might even lose focus, lose track of your time. Now, I want to have some of that, and I think that you want to have some of that too. Recently, I met with a client who came from a very significant trauma background. Lots of childhood abuse, lots of disturbing moments, a lot of fear. And when we began to meet, for him it was hard to take on anything new, but as things progressed, as he started to move towards his recovery, he also began to identify things that he would really love to do. And that started to shift everything. He came recently to a meeting and he started to talk about something completely new, an experience of being engaged, free to enjoy the moment. And I could really see how far he'd come in his growth when he started to describe learning how to canoe. That was something that he wanted to do. So he was talking about being one with the water, feeling the sun on his face, the movement of the canoe through the water, and just being completely unaware of the passage of time. And, as he was recovering from his trauma, he just began to feel more able to take on new adventures in life and challenge himself to experiment with new activities. And what ends up happening is he started to experience flow. Now, flow is something that we can really engage in, we can learn. But there's some challenges to staying in flow, and one of them is kind of a state of apathy, boredom, or anxiety. So, when you're experiencing apathy, generally what happens is that whatever it is that you're engaged in, you're not feeling challenged by the activity. And, you don't have a sense that you're engaged in something that is really interesting for you. It's just not really making you feel interested. And that can be, a frustration. Now, boredom is a little bit different in that this happens when whatever it is you're engaged in, it feels like, the challenge is very low and that your own skill is better than the challenge. So you've got to start seeking something that, challenges you a little bit more. And finally, a state of anxiety in which, the challenge feels so far from your skill level that you start feeling nervous and upset, and it takes a lot of effort to achieve the activity. It starts causing distress and uneasiness instead of pleasure. So these experiences, these states, they really are different from the state of being in flow. And so flow has to happen when your skill level is adequate for the task at hand. So Csíkszentmihályi says, if challenges are too low, one gets back into flow by increasing them. So if challenges are too great, one can return to the state of flow by learning new skills. So here's the challenge. As you grow, 1, choose to challenge yourself by learning something new but achievable. 2, immerse yourself in the activity by giving yourself adequate and unstructured time, so you're not pressured. 3, move on to something new or, a higher level of challenge or learning if you feel any kind of boredom or have low motivation. So you start to engage, flow to grow. This is Dr. Anna Baranowski. Have a gentle day.
For more Ask Dr. Anna videos and information about post-traumatic growth and recovery, subscribe and like our YouTube videos at What is PTSD, or join us at previous video episodes in our playlist Ask Dr. Anna from the Traumatology
Traumatology
Institute
Institute
team.